Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my fellow countrymen and my fellow residents of this lovely House of Hiranandani Society. Well, first of all, warm greetings to all of you on this 75th Republic Day. And I'm indeed honored and at the outset want to thank the organizers, particularly General Jose, Rajesh, for picking me up to speak on this day and thinking I'm a good fit to talk today. Thank you, Rajesh, and thank you, General Jose, wherever he is there. And thank you, Saraswati, those lovely words. Introduction. Well, a couple of days I was called and asked to speak on the Republic Day here. And I approached General Jose and asked him, General, what should I speak on that day? You got to give me some kind of a lead. So General said, well, talk on community living. So I asked General, is anything wrong? He said, no, we are a lovely community here. Maybe we just have to go back to basics and reinforce some of our thoughts. And maybe you can talk on that. I said, okay, thank you. And I spent last couple of days thinking about what should I speak, what is this community? Then I found this word community has been quite largely used. When I was abroad, I was a part of the Indian community. And in that part, again, I was a part of the Telugu community. And when I came here, I've been part of this lovely House of Hiranandani community. Then today, I'm a part of the lovely Phase 2 community. And if I walk a little further down, I'm a proud Amalfi and Amalfian community. So the way of communities we have, So community is a very large word. Then I check what the etymology of this word community. Community I found from the dictionaries from this one is something, the very thing called common. Something common among the people, common among the passions, common among aspirations. In that, they become a community. For example, maybe within Hiranandani, I'm a part of the lovely badminton community, I'm a part of the tennis community. We are only groups as long as we just go there, but we have a common aspirations and common wishes, we become a part of that community. So I said, okay, then what are the common aspirations and what do we talk on this about House of Hiranandani? Well, ladies and gentlemen, when we came here, when we bought our properties or we moved for rentals in this particular place, we saw lovely structures. We saw beautiful, very well maintained exteriors, everything, and we became a part of this thing. But after we checked into these apartments, it is not the structure which mattered most, it is the people which mattered, right? So if you have a lovely neighbors, you have a lovely friends to meet around, is where the community starts. It's not just the buildings which matter for us after that. So then I thought, if we thought of community, where does it, the people, where does it start from? For me, it starts from myself, okay? Everything has to start from self. If you are happy yourself, then your surroundings are very happy, right? So everything will start, and that's what I think our scriptures have said. Yad bhavam tad bhavati, sad bhavam sad bhavati, they said. That means your actions are resultant of your thoughts. And if your good actions are resultant of good thoughts you have. So it starts from the self. I'm not sermonizing anybody. I'm just sharing my thoughts, what a community is all about. Right? Okay? Don't mistake me, please. So if we have a thoughts well, good thoughts, we have a good community. But then where does we start the good thought about having a good community around? I thought the first thing we should all imbibe, everyone should have, is a respect for people. If we have respect for people, which most Japanese are doing very well for that, most Japanese companies, you learn this thing of saying, even a Toyota or a Panasonic, whatever associated with, they generally say it's respect for people. That's where it starts from. But where does respect for people start from? Respect will start from with the humility you have, the modesty you have, and the humility and modesty will start with a sense of gratitude you have for everything you receive in life. Today, for example, we are fortunate to live in this lovely community, to celebrate like this. We should have a sense of pride and gratitude. From there will come the modesty, and the humility, and from there goes to respect for people. If that thing has to start from home. I have to start respecting my wife, my children, my parents, and then my neighbors and the community. Then we'll start. So I think if we imbibe that particular thing of respecting others, respecting yourself first and others around, you will have a lovely community to live along and happy place to do. Then even in fact, for example, why I said self is, even if I go to our own scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, in the 6th chapter, the Lord says, Uddhayed Atmana Atmanam, Atmanam Sadayed, Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripratmana, it says. He says you have to, yourself can be your enemy, self can be your friend. So it's how you channelize your thoughts will become a good neighborhood for you, because it all starts from there. Then having said this particular thing, I said, okay, where does we go? I said, first of all, what I want to request, come to Hiranandani as a society. Today is Republic Day, right? So just now I think Saraswati explained saying that we got, the Constitution of 1950, it was written and that we are celebrating it. So as you all know, between 1947, 15th August to 1950, 26th January, we were ruled by the British law. And from 26th January, it was our laws, our first president, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, took over, and our system was running. Similarly, if you come to our own housing societies, my own adaptation of constitution to society, the day the builder gives the key to you, you got your freedom. Okay? You've been paying installments, everything, you got your freedom, you got your house, you got your country. Okay. After a couple of months, 1 year, the builder hands over the thing to the association and he forms a society there. Like we associate every building. And that building association forms a charter and saying these are the rules, these are the regulations, this is how committee will be formed, these are the rules, and these rules will say lift number 1 to 3 only for residents, lift number 4 only for taking courier boys, pets, don't drive fast, drive slowly, give way to pedestrians, park in your right places, make your visitors park express. These are the constitutions which we draft for our own buildings. Following those rules, following those guidelines is what makes a society a very happy society to live. Even if one person breaks the rule, they will call it a bad society. Like living abroad, I can tell you, if one Indian does wrong somewhere, the local will tell you that your Indian community has something has done. In the Indian community, only one guy has done bad, not everybody. But the entire group is identified as Indian community. So it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that whatever rules have been formed by the association for the good of all of us, for a nice, safe place, it is important to implement them. One of my requests to everybody is here is, let's not be strangers, let us smile at each other. I've seen a lot of times when we go in morning walks, when we go down even walk farm, when we sit there, most of us are strangers, we don't even smile at each other. I think there's nothing wrong in, at least having a smile and say hi. May not tell your name, may not ask for his name, but at least smiling at each other, I think, will make it a better place, isn't it? And respect for people. I want respect to start from everyone from the bottom up. Like for example, I think all the ladies will agree with me, all the men will agree with me certainly. It happens for me in my life. I may go on a 15-day tour somewhere and come back home 15 days, but the welcome I get is not as compared, as loving as what my wife will welcome every morning when the house help comes. Because house help coming is a big thing. If she takes leave, heavens will fall, right? So it is that because that person is required in our life, you have to value that house help, similar to value the security guards who are staying here. Every person has got a role to play to make our life comfortable. So I think smiling at everyone and talking to everyone will make life better. Let's build up that habit. And second, keeping it neat. Keeping the entire place neat, debris free, poop free and everything. That makes a society a much better place to live in. And most important, gentlemen, which I want all of you to really follow is driving. Driving within the prescribed limits of 10 kilometers per hour within the premises. It's very important because a lot of children running around, a lot of elders are walking around. We have just a single lane some places, and driving within 10 kilometers speed is important. And second is no overtaking, and most importantly, no honking. I always feel sad for the people in Tiana and the corner flats whenever people are honking at the blind turn. I'm sure those families must be having a tough time with everybody honking in the corners. So let's avoid honking within the building, and more importantly, give way to the pedestrians. I have come across two gentlemen last 2 days. I was thinking about it, luckily I came across them. At the speed breakers, they stopped and gave way the pedestrian to cross first. But what is more important is when the driver stops and gives a way to the pedestrian, it's important for the pedestrian also to pay the gratitude back and thank him. I was there with Anand. Anand Sane here, Anand Bayview. I saw him just now in his shorts. So Anand and me were talking about a Japan experience where the people stop the car for a small children to cross the road, and the children stop in return, pay the gratitude to driver and thank him for stopping the car. I think it's a both sides. Gratitude and is not one side, it's both sides. So I feel if we imbibe those things, we can be a role model for other societies and a wonderful place to live in. Okay. And this is a short thing which I wanted today because they asked me to share something on this day, and I hope I made sense. And thank you once all for opportunity, and God bless us all and God bless you all. And once again, happy Republic Day all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for such a great speech. You have yet again proved that speakers who talk about what life has taught them never fail to keep the attention of their listeners. A nation's culture resides